Hey guys, today we're going to be watching Police Chase Los Angeles, January 11th, 2017. Bam. Let's watch it now. Oh, right. Just forgot to tell you. I just watched the Sacramento. I just subscribed to Uncle Fee's channel, Sacramento Proud.
15 seconds.
As well. Again, and then
We're getting off the freeway?
let's listen out.
Oh my gosh, East LA. Getting off at Atlantic. East LA. Real fast. Pursuit out here. We're just coming off of Atlantic, off the 60 freeway. You see that car right there. Shots have been fired. Look at that rear window. Rear window broken out. Shots have been fired from that vehicle at officers. El Monte PD in pursuit of this car. Just made another quick turn on to, I'm not sure what street it is, but we're making our way back over towards the freeway. Just got off at Atlantic. We're in the East LA area. El Monte PD's the ones that are in pursuit
At this point, they got off the freeway, shots were fired, broken out the window. Again, this has been going on for the last 10-15 minutes or so. And I seen the driver going at the high rate of speeds, and El Monte PD is in pursuit of that broken window. Shots were being fired inside the vehicle towards officers this evening, earlier on tonight as well. Let's listen now.
You know, that's all kind of still sketchy right now. We're picking up some information that this possibly was a vehicle that was involved in some sort of drive-by shooting or shooting call. We got hard on the brakes right there, making our way around a vehicle. Eastbound right now, we're trying to get a name of a street. We're making a southbound turn. This vehicle moving very, very quickly this evening. I'm going to get a little bit wider, show you that the officer's still in pursuit of this vehicle. That's going to be El Monte PD right now. We're definitely not in the El Monte area. It looks like we're heading back towards the 60, but this vehicle very reckless this evening, driving extremely fast. No regards for any of these red lights, going across traffic right now. Something just came off of the car. Now, the reason why officers, well, obviously this vehicle's in pursuit, but when those shots were fired at the officers on the 60 freeway this evening, that's when this became a very, very serious, all pursuits are serious, but extremely serious pursuit. This guy right now running another red light right there, a solid red light this evening, working our way. We're paralleling the 60, actually heading back eastbound right now, and the officers from El Monte PD still in pursuit. We believe one person inside this vehicle. Those shots were fired. You can see that busted out rear window. Very desperate situation for that driver. That's going to be a problem for any of those people that are maybe in the area. This person obviously has no regard for anybody around him or himself. We're rejoining the 60 freeway. It's going to give us a little bit of better geographic areas. But right now, though, you can see this car moving extremely fast. We're passing Garvey right now. Officers from El Monte PD still close behind. They're looking for probably some help right now, trying to keep track of this vehicle extremely fast. That rear window has been shot out as a suspect was shooting at officers earlier on the 60 freeway. I'm sure the officers did not return fire. This shooting happened on the freeway, as we understand it, while that vehicle was moving. That glow you see right there, that suspect right now on the phone right there, you can see that busted window. You know, this type of situation, extremely dangerous for the public as well as officers right now. This vehicle moving extremely fast out here on the 60 freeway.
Now I'll give this to you again. The shots were fired out the window earlier on. This was going on for around 15 minutes or so. They seen the window broken out, glass breaking. That is a Toyota Corolla. It's powerful and it can really move as well. And anything as well. When you know these situations, he's on 60 back on the freeway. He got back on the freeway, and there was extremely dangerous, cutting off many cars, running all the red lights. He was coming across extremely fast.
using
on the
all
60
lanes
on
out
the
here this
60
evening.
freeway.
And El Monte
Yeah,
PD is
he
going
got
for
back
you.
on the
Right
60
now, I can tell you Sky 9
he got back
traveling
onto
at
60
120 miles
freeway,
across the ground.
and he's back on the 60 freeway. Yeah, he's back on the 60. He got back on the 60 freeway, and anything as well. And he's on 60 freeway now. Let's listen now.
Whoa! You know what? We are pretty much back where this started. We're getting over very close to the 605. Look how quickly this car is changing lanes at these extremely high speeds. Sky 9 tracking along this vehicle. We're going about 99 miles an hour. So let's just say even 100 miles an hour, even buck out here. This car using all lanes out here this evening. El Monte PD still behind that vehicle. They've kind of fallen back a little bit because of the speeds, but they are keeping up with this car for sure. Coming up to the 605 freeway right now, this car, the rear window shot out, as we understand it, that was from earlier on when the suspect was shooting out the window. Moving across all lanes right there, 605, it looks like is what we're going to be taking northbound 605. So this is kind of putting us back in the El Monte area. But this
Sorry
person,
about it, guys. I'm just turning it down.
most of the miles we've been
I want to get
seeing
it
this evening
loud
has
because
been
I
on
want to see
the freeway. So he has been on some surface streets earlier on.
He's been on
doing
surface
extremely,
streets earlier
dangerous
on.
maneuvers. We
Extremely
haven't seen
dangerous
any of those
maneuvers.
shots
Listen
being fired,
now.
but you can see how this vehicle is radically changing lanes out there. One of those El Monte units is right there behind it. I'm just kind of getting a little bit of a closer look just to make sure it is El Monte PD. It definitely is. And that vehicle closing that gap. But that being said, there's very little that this officer can do when he gets up close to that car because of those shots being fired. I'm sure that officer doesn't want to get too close to that vehicle, but you got to see what kind of dangerous situation this is this evening as this car continues to elude officers, extremely high speeds, shots have been fired, very dangerous situation indeed for the public. Well, right now, Sheriff's Department, they are in the area, but it's definitely on the freeway. So I'm expecting California Highway Patrol might be joining this as soon as they can get the units in position. That being a little bit difficult with these high speeds and also the possibility that this driver may get back off the freeway again. I just seeing those wider shots right there to get people the idea that the officers are right behind this vehicle. Right now, getting back onto the emergency lane, this car using every lane possible. Any piece of pavement so far, this car has been on it. And when those shots were fired, this became an entirely different situation. Officers were calling out for help as shots being fired at officers. That actually opens up an entire brethren of officer type of help type of situation. So I'm sure California Highway Patrol is going to get involved when they can, if they can get a unit behind it. But that being said, not really sure what they're going to be able to do with an armed suspect willing to shoot at officers from a moving vehicle. We're doing an eastbound transition now on the 10. This car using the emergency lane. And again, all lanes. By the time I say emergency lane, he's in the middle lane. All the lanes, high speeds, and this is a Toyota Corolla, as we understand it. Luckily, has not collided with any other vehicles. And you got to know if something does happen and this car does come to a stop. The fact that shots have already been fired really just opens it up for something entirely different. Looks like we're going to be transitioning or getting off. Finally, a helicopter overhead. Hard turn right there. We'll get you that off-ramp in just a second. But this pursuit continues out here, and I believe we're going to be in the Irwindale area right now. Whoops. Cul-de-sac, doors open. Doors open, he's got no place to go. Boom! There we go, he just jumped out of the car. The car crashed into another parked car. I understand this is going to be a cul-de-sac area. Helicopter overhead. Now he's trying to do some Olympics right there.
Olympics like that, right there. And they've been chasing that vehicle for around 15-20 minutes or so. Let's listen now. Let's listen now. thanks for watching. Check out this video. Pops right here. Bam. I'll see you guys in the next video later on tonight. Bye, guys.